I'm going to talk about a few things that are completely normal when you are trauma bonded to a narcissist, whether you have been discarded or whether you discarded them. Because I want you to know that you're not crazy, even though it might feel like it. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissistic abuse educator and a narcissistic relationship recovery coach. And you can book a session with me through the link in my bio if you need help understanding what's happened to you and moving through the trauma bond. Now let's talk about some things that are completely normal. Missing your abuser. Feeling like you are never going to find anyone that's as good as them, as crazy as that might sound. Not being able to stop talking about them to anyone who will listen. Thinking about them all day long, from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep, for weeks, if not months on end, potentially longer if you're not doing any work to heal. Not being able to remember anything to the point that it feels like you have dementia or brain damage. Forgetting words, potentially even struggling to string sentences together. Forgetting all of the abuse. Euphoric recall, where you are hyper-focusing on the good times. Wishing that you had shut up and taken the abuse. Or never stood up for yourself, or cut off your friends and family, or whatever it is, because maybe then you would still be together. Desperately wishing that you were still together, while at the same time hating them, and the idea of being near them physically makes you sick. Dreading the finalization of the divorce or selling the house, and generally officially severing ties because then you no longer have that connection to them. Honestly wondering if it was really that bad. Even if it was horrific, and constantly asking everyone around you, was it really that bad? Was it really that bad? Are you sure it was that bad? Do you think it was actually all my fault? To the point people around you are looking at you like you're crazy. And no matter how many times you ask them, you still need to keep asking them. Incessant, crippling doubt that maybe you were the problem. Maybe you're the narcissist. Maybe it really is all your fault. Wondering if you've lost the love of your life. Extreme cognitive dissonance, where you're not sure who this person really is. Are they the person that you met in the beginning, the love bombing version, or are they this horrible monster that they turned into? Wondering if they ever loved you. Going from missing them to hating them to obsessing over revenge. Ruminating incessantly. Feeling sexually addicted to them. Desperately envying the new supply's love bombing phase, even though you know that they're going to be abused as well. While also wondering if maybe they're actually going to change for this person, which believe me, they will not. Feeling like you can't live without the narcissist and hating yourself for feeling all of these things. Let me know in the comments how many of these you've experienced. There are so many shoulds that society puts on us. There's so much victim blaming, such a lack of understanding of trauma bonding, trauma in general, how attachment actually works, and abusive relationship dynamics, particularly the type of relationship dynamics that exist with a pathological person like a narcissist or a psychopath. You should be glad it's over. You shouldn't want them back. You should be over it by now. You should be able to remember the abuse. You should see them for what they are. So many shoulds, and it's not how it works. So if you're experiencing any of the things that I've listed in this video, that's the reality of how these type of attachments work. And here are the real shoulds from a point of actually understanding the dynamics of these relationships, the trauma bond, the cognitive dissonance, the type of attachment. You should be fucking confused. You should be devastated. You invested so much in this person. You loved them. You tried so hard. You didn't want this to happen. You didn't want it to end. You didn't want to be lied to. You didn't want to be abused and abandoned. You should take time to heal. Of course you miss the person that you tried so hard to make it work with. They showed up as the love of your life. They were mirroring you. They were the perfect partner in the beginning and then intermittently throughout the relationship. Of course you can't remember anything. Those high levels of cortisol for such a long period of time have a physical impact on your hippocampus, which is where short-term memory is stored and also has to do with emotional regulation. Of course, you're confused and can't think clearly and can't make decisions and have to ask people around you if it was that bad or if it was all your fault, because you've been in a relationship with a pathological person who has been systematically, psychologically brainwashing you, controlling you, gaslighting you to within an inch of your sanity, isolating you, lying to you, and telling you that you're the problem. So of course you have to look externally for the answers. I mean, duh, everything that you're going through, if you're experiencing all of these things, is actually completely normal. Society is just way behind the 8 ball on education and understanding around how these things work. You're not crazy, but feeling absolutely insane is also normal. And you can heal and get through this. And if you need help, feel free to book coaching with me. Make sure you hit follow, check out my podcasts, and jump across and follow me on YouTube. And Dosty's still here. He just decided to migrate to the chair.
Ready, set, let's go.
Welcome to the Narc Abuse Breakdown podcast.
Love bombing can be very subtle, can look like the narcissist actually making sense for once in their life.
Narcissistic abuse is a predictable pattern of abuse carried out by a person with narcissistic personality disorder or high narcissistic traits.
What are they going to use to be able to really control you?
I'm Claire Auden, and together with Adriana Bucci from Let's Get Your Shift Together and Telsha Edinburgh from the T on NPD, we discuss different aspects of narcissistic abuse as well as reflecting on our own personal experiences.